everyone. This is Caroline. I think I'm live already. This is very confusing every single time. Anyway, here I am. This is a very spontaneous, everyone. This is a spontaneous webcast or YouTube live or whatever. I just got up thinking, I just need to be out there and share a few thoughts this morning. So here I am. But before I begin, just a quick reminder for those who don't know, I am offering a discount for the whole month of January. So 10% on everything in my library, sessions, classes, everything. You guys need to take advantage of that. All you have to do is make sure you're signed up to our newsletter. That's all. And we don't bombard you with newsletters. So please do that. There's so much stuff, so much important information. CarolineCory.com or superhumanfilm.com, which reminds me, Superhuman, the Invisible Made Visible, is now on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon, you can watch it for free. If you watched it, watch it again. And more importantly, leave a review, guys. We need your positive reviews. It's doing very well, but we really need to attract more and more of the mainstream. This is such an important topic and important work. So there you have it. Okay. So the reason why I felt like I wanted to share a little bit of something this morning, it's totally not planned, but I hope many of you will get to watch this. I just wanted to kind of, usually I talk about the energies that are coming up in 2021. I'm not going to go into major details here, but I feel like the main theme of 2021 is power. I feel like everything is so powerful. So whatever is hitting us, whatever is coming to us is stronger, more than ever before. And so I felt like if we look at the two separate energies, the collective energies and the individual energies, we will know how to navigate and how to work better with what's happening. So the collective energies, we already know, last year felt like a major shock, a major collapse of all the systems, and it felt very kind of daunting and heavy and dark, and so this year these energies continue, of course, but they're very powerful. They're hitting us with a lot of strength, and so that's kind of the not so good news, because we're feeling everything so powerfully. These chunks of reality, from politics to the economy and money and finances and everything, the systems are totally kind of being shifted and collapsing in this way. So as these very powerful energies are hitting us and around us, the positive news is that you also are very, very empowered this year. That's the reason why, if you haven't done the last webcast where I shared the meditation, how to kind of reprogram yourself to align your energies, I highly recommend you do that, because the collective is so strong. It's just so kind of moving you in all directions. You need to kind of set your energy also very strongly, very powerfully, so you don't get dragged. And the people who think you're not affected by the collective, you are. Whether you know it or not, you feel it or not, you are being affected by sorry, I'm trying to adjust this thing. You are being attracted, you are being affected by the collective one way or another. And so just assume that you are, and make sure you shift back to your individual energy, because now your energy is becoming also very, very powerful. So if you don't kind of take charge of that, then it's almost like you're not taking advantage of what you can do. And so many people right now are struggling with all kinds of situations. For example, moving to a different location, or relationships. You have no idea how many emails I get of people who are, they've been together for 30 years or 10 years or what have you. They're getting a divorce. They're thinking of, splitting up, or parents and children, but also the other way around. A lot of people are leaving a city where they've lived forever and moving closer to their parents and their family, which they would have never considered doing prior to now. And this is because what's happening in the collective is making you rethink. It's making you reassess what's important to you. It's almost like we're constantly bombarded with this energy of what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? The toll, death, the people getting sick and people dying and all that stuff makes you think about your own survival and what's important to you now. It's almost like tomorrow my parents would be gone. Tomorrow my friend could be gone. So because of that, we want to reassess what is important to us today. So really the theme is we're running out of time, so to speak. Of course we're not, but it's that feeling of I'm glad everything is coming up to the surface for me to decide once and for all what is really making me happy, today. I want to take advantage of my physical life today. And so if you have suddenly, in fact, I've been asked to do a series on relationships. I'm going to do that starting next Sunday. But right now it's just kind of a quick example or a quick kind of, a little bit of guidance on that. So when if you are having, for example, relationship issues, it's because you are suddenly realizing that whatever dynamic you used to have for all these years is not really serving your real purpose, is not really making you happy deep inside you. And so because of this collective running out of time, anything could happen at any time, you're all of a sudden saying, wait, what am I waiting for? Why am I allowing this energy or my energy to to continue on in this dynamic, in this relationship, when I'm not really 100% who I want to be, and I'm not feeling loved, or I'm not really in love with this person, let's say, or I'm not uplifted, I'm not growing, I'm not stimulated, I'm just not having fun. And so don't forget, this is important to realize all of these energies that I just mentioned, the feeling of love, the feeling of joy, the feeling like you're growing, you're being stimulated, which I talked about in the previous webcast. That is how you create. I mean, we are here to have those energies and vibrations so we can evolve ourselves, but also contribute to the collective. We are here to move forward. We're not here to just let life happen to us. And so the good news, when you are, all of you who have been emailing me about being terrified that your 30-year marriage is falling apart, or I don't know about falling apart, or you are suddenly realizing things you didn't know before, don't be afraid. That's why I also talked about courage. I talked about having the courage to look at every situation and see, why is this happening now? And it is happening now. Like I said, first of all, you're not alone. I'm telling you, so many people, because it's a collective. It's many things are happening on a collective level. So they're triggering everything that is also not working for you on an individual level. And so don't be afraid. Know you're not alone, and know what to do. So first of all, if you want to have clarity, why is this coming up for me? And then how do I make a decision, or how do I shift from that? How do I create from that place to come back into the alignment? So just remember your goal and your purpose is to feel good in every area of your life. If something is not feeling 100% good, it's for you to just reassess it and realign it. So that first realization should also make you kind of more focused. That is my goal. Number one goal is for me to feel good. Whatever the problem is, I want to feel good. The second thing is also to get yourself to a place of clarity. So, what do I do? Does that mean I have to leave? Does that mean the person has to leave? Does that mean, like, what does that mean? Or do we work on it and try to, kind of make it work still? Like, how do I get clarity on that? So again, for those of you who have been studying and working with me, you cannot have clarity if you are in a vibration of confusion, obviously. And so notice how you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. If you are confused, if you are depressed, if you have anxiety, you're not making any decision that's going to be aligned with you. And so make sure you notice how you are feeling at the moment and shift to a place of being uplifted, joy, and feeling really good. And then you ask to have guidance about a particular situation. A lot of people think that because I do this work that I'm always like, feeling good. And, that's not true, because if anything, I'm very, very sensitive to the collective. So I also have days and moments where it just hits me. I feel like the collective in deep, deep, deep sadness or chaos. I mean, I feel it in my head. It's just so chaotic. It's really kind of overwhelming, because that's how my being functions. And so first of all, the first thing is for me to notice and realize that it's the collective, it's not me, that all of a sudden, I'm having those feelings, even though I feel them physically. And again, going back to how powerful the energies are, this year, the collective is hitting you with a lot more power. So I feel those very powerful energies much more than before. But because I've trained myself, I recognize right away that this is the collective. And I try to kind of focus back on my individual energy and try to shift it. I find all kinds of ways to shift it. First of all, just by releasing, by intending for these feelings to just be released from my body. For example, deep sadness, deep depression, or whatever I'm feeling, confusion or chaos. I'm just asking for those things to be released. But then I do anything that I can think of that makes me happy. So for example, what lifts my spirit right away is music. I start to play the music that I love, and it makes me kind of happy. And I start to dance around the house, and in 5 minutes, I'm totally shifted. Or I go to the beach. I'm lucky that I have the beach. I can just go to the beach and just kind of breathe the air, breathe the space, the freedom. And that, so it depends on my mood, what I really feel like doing. Sometimes I feel like just being very quiet, and that's what shifts me. I put candles around the house. I dim the light down. I just kind of sit in quiet and silence. And all of a sudden I start feeling and breathing this space. So then after I've shifted myself, this is when I can make a decision. This is when the clarity comes, the guidance comes. So it's very important, more than ever before, for you to notice how you're feeling, how you're being hit by all of these dynamics around you, and you shift as quickly as possible. Because the longer you stay in those lower vibration, the more you have a tendency to kind of be pulled. Also, hang out with people who uplift you, hang out with people who are fun to hang out with, talk to friends that make you happy, especially when you are in those states. And if you don't even know where to begin, ask for help. Go to the people that can help you. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is having some sort of crisis. So, again, you're not alone. So reach out if anything. You want that social, even though we can't come together, socially in person, but you can definitely, talk through Zoom or what have you, or Skype, and have some sort of connection with another individual that can uplift you and shift you very quickly. So all this to say, because these energies are so strong this year, be grateful that you are given the opportunity to reset, to reassess every aspect of your life. It's almost like you were forced into it. You're being forced into it. You think about it that way, that you didn't lose another 10 years in the illusion that your work is okay because it's paying the bills, or that your lifestyle is okay because it seems to be okay, or your relationship is okay because it's better than nothing. Don't be that person. Don't be that person who just allows things to be out of laziness, maybe out of ignorance, out of not wanting to face what is really, really aligned for you. Because again, I said that many times before, it will catch up with you. And I think what's happening, it's catching up with you now. So be grateful that this is an amazing opportunity to do this work now. Okay, do this work now, and don't be afraid. Like I said, I'm sure you can think of at least one friend who can help you, can guide you, or just shift you, just by talking to them, chit-chatting on something fun or whatever. It shifts your energy, it calms you down, and then you suddenly have this aha moment and you know what to do. What is the most aligned with your true joy of being here. Again, the importance of being in this true joy, this inner peace, is finally for you to not only feel good, obviously you're going to feel good, but you're going to feel like you are finally moving forward on a meaningful purpose. You're not just here on earth, just kind of like being a victim of all this chaotic energy. You are doing something. You are contributing to your individual growth, but you're also contributing to the collective. You are bringing something very powerful and very creative, and adding all this information and this energy into the collective, which is really what we're here to do. So this is basically, it is a spontaneous kind of message that I wanted to share with you. I will talk more about these energies down the road, but I just felt like I wanted to share this word of encouragement and maybe put it in perspective, that what the collective is doing, it's going to continue. It's we're not going to all of a sudden stop the madness that's happening. But also I want to shift your perception and perspective from this year. You do have alignments, even astrologically, even cosmically, you do have that support, and to start to look at whatever crisis you're going through, whatever struggle you're going through, as a very important opportunity to shift to that alignment place, and to finally kind of shift gears and start moving forward in this I see like these very powerful paths that are being created for you as an opportunity. And so I'm hoping this is helpful, because at the end of the day, why are all these things coming up for you is for you to focus back from doing to just being, to just kind of being in this energy of self-love. You know, we don't know how to love ourselves. We sacrifice for others. We do things out of obligation. We all have obligations. I have obligations. I have to prepare a class. I have to do all kinds of stuff. I have to help so many people. And so I have those obligations. I have meetings. I have this and that. So I have obligations towards family members or what have you. But, you know, that doesn't stop me from doing these obligations or coming from a place of self-love. Yes, if I don't love myself, how am I going to love someone else? How am I going to do this new project or help someone heal if I don't have in me this ability to self-love? And so how am I going to create a new project if I don't have this energy within me? So I'm very excited. I just started pre-production on my next movie. It's you know, it's very, very exciting, but it's not an intellectual excitement. I mean, there's that too, but I have to put myself in this state of joy, for me, you know, creating this before or so that I can share it and create it with others. And that is when it's the most powerful. First of all, you start to have fun. You start to be at peace with you, because you feel good, because you feel everything is in alignment now. And then whatever it is that you end up doing, it carries that energy of love, that energy of joy, that energy of excitement, of stimulation, of growth. And now you are really, really contributing and shifting and offsetting and neutralizing whatever crazy energy is happening in the world. Okay, so that's basically it. Um, Again, this was very spontaneous. I wasn't planning on doing it. This is just like I was like getting ready, and so guess what I'm doing today? I am. The weather is incredible. It's like almost 80 degrees here. So the first thing is, what are my obligations today? I have a few things to do, but I can do them in the evening. So I'm going to, for now, shift my focus to keep my energy in this joy and fun. And so I know at the beach, of course, the weather is incredible. You don't have that opportunity wherever you are, but maybe you have snow, or maybe you have nature, or maybe you have a fireplace, you know, around you, or whatever. Find the one little thing, find the pleasure in the little things that you can have. So, and then go there, and then use that to kind of shift your focus. So I am creating this vibration for me. I'm meeting my super fun friend, and just doing that and focusing on staying in this energy, so that when I get to do my work or my obligation, I am already in this flow. And that's kind of how I try to create my day every day. So for you as well, you know, find the little things around you, look around, and just grab onto it and say, you know, maybe it's gardening, maybe, you know, it doesn't always have to be the beach, you know, it's whatever it is that brings you little pleasures like that. Grab onto that, find the joy, find the excitement. And then you see, sometimes we have to shift internally before we enjoy. That is true, because I teach you a lot about that. But you can also, sometimes it's an external stimulation. In other words, if you play music, for example, that's uplifting your brain, and you start smiling, even though there's nothing to smile about, but your brain starts registering, you know, the frequency of your smile, even electrochemically, actually, it also registers, but also the vibration of the music, and that external stimulus ends up bringing your energy up. You see what I mean? So there's different ways. Do what you can. I'm going to share with you more tools, obviously. Starting next Sunday, I'll do a series. I've been asked to start with relationships, but of course, relationship apply for everything, whether it's a spouse or a parent or a child, any relationship, because now it takes two. It takes two people to create, but it starts with you knowing what you want. Okay, so here we go. That was it. I hope you have a great Sunday. I am vibrating in love and joy and freedom. I love my freedom. I just absolutely love the fact that I can do this at any time, that I can emanate this vibration of, I don't know if you guys can feel it, but I'm just like emanating. And that's actually the purpose of doing this spontaneous webcast, is to just emanate this energy and share it. And if you can vibrate with that, so be it. And here's my love, my heart, that I always try to focus on and bring to you. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this. Please share it with your friends. I hope you can benefit from not only what I said, but what you are feeling as you're connecting with me. And I'm sending you all this unconditional love. And I hope you have an amazing day.